Welcome back. Not only was Wednesday Veterans Day, but for local high schools across the country, it was signing day. Senior outside hitter from Flag High, Courtney Leffel, got the papers and signed her name down on that dotted line where she signed to. It isn't too far from home. Joined with me is Courtney. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah.
Now tell me, you signed to ASU. Has that always been the school you've wanted to go to?
Yeah, it's been my dream school since I was 8 years old.
Nice. Now, what other schools were some of your options?
Right here in Flagstaff, ASU, University of Louisiana Monroe, and the New Mexico Lobos.
Cool. So what are you looking forward to the most playing down in Tempe?
I'm looking forward to all of the skill that I get to play with and all of the girls and just to get better.
Good for you. Congratulations, Courtney. Now, staying on the court, the NAU women's volleyball team continues their season as they are on a 12-game winning streak dating back to October 1st. The ladies will continue their play tonight as they will be in the Rolle to take on Sac State, and then for their final game of the regular season on Saturday against Portland State. Now, the last time the Lady Jacks took on Sac State was right before they began their winning streak as they lost 3-1. So it should be an intense matchup you won't want to miss as game time begins at 7 o'clock. And the NAU swim and dive team will be on the road for the first time of the season this weekend as they will start in Laramie, Wyoming to go against Wyoming and Air Force in a double duel on Friday. And then they'll travel over to Greeley, Colorado to take on Northern Colorado on Saturday morning. And just taking a look at some stats here for a moment, NAU is 4-2 against Air Force, 7-4 against Wyoming, and undefeated at 10-0 versus Northern Colorado. With the swim and dive team on the road, the cross-country team is also taking a break from this high elevation as they travel over to the 505 for the Mountain Regional Championships in Albuquerque. Now, both the men and women are coming off of top 3 place finishes from 2 weeks ago, and they're ready to go against the competing teams. The University of New Mexico Lobos are hosting and competing as this event will take place at UNM's North Golf Course in Albuquerque on Friday. Over on the ice, the NAU Ice Jacks were busy skating around at Jay Lively on the road this past weekend. Starting off with D2, they were at home 2 out of the 3 days they played. Now, back on Thursday, NAU faced off against Colorado State, where they took this game into overtime. They beat the Rams 4-3. The next day on Saturday the 6th, the ASU SunDevils were in town, and NAU was not going to let them get away with a win. So with 2:29 left in OT, Lucas Lomax scored the game-winning goal to beat the SunDevils 5-4. And then for their final game of the weekend, NAU was in Tempe to take on ASU. And this game played out a little bit different as the SunDevils had that home ice advantage. NAU fell 3-0. And their next game is tomorrow on Friday at Jay Lively as they take on LMU at 8:30. The D3 team was on the road for a long weekend and certainly not their best. On Thursday, they lost to Colorado State 5-3, and for their second game against the Rams, 30 seconds in, Kyle Mayer was hit hard by a CSU player and was out the rest of the game. He was transferred to the nearest hospital where he later recovered. And, after this event, the Ice Jacks, they just had a tough time getting things together as they lost 14-3. On Saturday, the team traveled a bit to play Metro State, where they lost 7-4 in this game. And then for their second game against Metro on Sunday, they were dominated at 10-3. Now, despite their tough weekend, the D3 Ice Jacks are back on the road again, this time in San Diego to face SDSU today and on Friday.